I look small. Am I all right? Where I like when I'm looking at myself, am I all right visually?
You're fine. I think we're on. Hang on, let's see. Yep, we're on. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our fourth interview of the February Facebook Live series of Learn How to Take Control of Your Body. And tonight I have a lovely lady with me called Trudy Butcher, and she's going to share with us a little bit about herself, but also about how we can take control of the toxic load in our house with our cleaning products. And I'll let her explain the rest. So welcome, Trudy.
Hi. Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. I know that, and I use your products, and I've found them to be amazing and very helpful in reducing the chemicals and things that can be used in your home. But before we get on to that, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, I was introduced to ENJO 22 years ago, just through an ex colleague that used to work for me. And ENJO at the time was very new. It hadn't been in Australia long. And she was just so excited to be able to share what ENJO could offer as far as no chemicals and really sustainable.
Yeah.
So what was great for me was being introduced via the fact that I only just had my first child, and that it was a good time to share how ENJO works, because it helps with knowing that you can use cleaning products, cleaning fibers without chemicals.
Absolutely.
So it was just great to have the opportunity to have been shared that, so that I could start from the beginning of my first child and beyond, in knowing that I'm cleaning safe with kids around, and knowing they don't need to touch anything that's harmful to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I
Harmful to the
guess,
environment.
yeah, true. And you don't really think about it too much until people start to say, well, you use these chemicals to clean your floors and your areas that you eat and stuff, and you touch them, and the babies touch them, and they crawl all over the floor and things like that. And it's not until you discuss it that it actually puts it in perspective like that, and you go, oh yeah. And our
Yeah,
skin being the most absorbent, part of our body, it absorbs things within 27 seconds. So it's like, yeah, you really need to be mindful about what you're putting on or around your body. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, I
Absolutely.
would clean my bathroom, and a couple of days later, I'd feel quite sick, quite fluey. Didn't put the two together, just thought, had a bit of
Right.
a cold. It
Yep.
wasn't until I started using ENJO that I realised that the sprays that I was using were, making me feel quite sick.
Yep.
Plus the rashes I would get from cleaning as well.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. Okay.
it made a big difference, just those two factors. Plus the
Sure.
kids breathing it in, which we
Yeah.
don't think about, you
Yeah.
know.
So that's
Um,
something to note if you are someone that maybe, has allergies and things. Have a look at the products or the chemicals that you're using to clean your home, because that could actually be what might be causing that, and even for your children as well.
yeah,
So you alluded before that ENJO is about the fibers, and it's the fibers that do the work in terms of cleaning, right? Um,
yeah.
and all you need to use is water. Can you tell us a little bit about a few of the main, I mean, I know there's lots, but the main fibers that would be good for someone to get started in trying to make that change in their home?
Yeah. Obviously, the three main areas is your bathroom, your kitchen, and your floor.
Yep.
So for your kitchen, you're eliminating using, your spray and wipe with, Chuck's cloths, of which both are, you know, wasteful as far as landfill for your
Yep.
bottles that you use. the sprays that you're using on the surfaces, you're then eating or cooking or preparing food off your surfaces that's been touched by a spray chemical. So 2 fibers in the kitchen will, you can clean your whole kitchen, wash the dishes, and dry off your bench top. So you're saving on your paper towels.
Yeah.
So you're saving 4 products that you would normally buy in the supermarket, of which you only need 2 of ENJO fibers, of which those ENJO fibers will last you around 3 years, as opposed to quite a lot of bottles over 3 years.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the
So,
difference.
yeah, absolutely. So, one, it's removing the toxic load in your house by using the fibers. 2, it's saving you money, and 3, you're actually helping the environment because you're not putting all that stuff into waste and landfill that you don't need anymore. So that's awesome. And then you said about what you said: kitchen, bathroom, and floor. So is it
floor?
Yeah.
So with the bathroom, what's great is that, your kids can be in the bathroom, you can clean the bathroom, and it's very safe because all you're using is water and the fiber. So you can clean, your shower screen, your tiles, your bath, your toilet and your vanity, all very safely with just 2 fibers.
Yeah.
Not needing to use any alternative sprays. Now the fiber is woven a certain way so it grips the dirt and traps it into the fiber. So there's no spreading of dirt whilst you're using those fibers.
Yep.
So that's why you only need the water to make it effective with the fiber.
Yeah. Yeah. And tell us a little bit about the floor mop. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my husband's favorites. He actually likes to mop the floor now. So yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah. So the floor fiber is really great for a lot of different reasons. We've got the dust one, which basically is your broom.
Yep.
So that instead of using a vacuum cleaner, it will pick up particularly all your fine dust and dirt and your dog hair. So it's very effective. And then you would use a wet one to then mop it with. So you don't need a mop and bucket, just the fiber on a flat head and a pole, and you just wet the fiber and you can clean every flooring in your house. What's great is that then you only need to take that fiber off to wash and then reuse for your next clean. So you're not needing to keep trying to clean a mop head, like a shop mop head.
Yep.
And what bacteria that stays on that mop head in comparison to an ENJO floor fiber that you can wash and reuse.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the fact that you can wash them and reuse them. I think that's just awesome. And I also like the fact that the actual pole is adjustable. So they've even thought about ergonomically how that works for your back, and supporting your back as well. So it's adjustable to whatever height you are. Yeah, so that's great as well.
Yeah, so the whole family can use it, knowing that you can adjust it to who's using it at the time. So
yeah.
Good.
That's awesome. They also have a huge range of other products like outdoor. We especially love the car ones. The car is awesome. This was huge because sometimes without seeing, seeing is believing sometimes. So we could tell you all about it, but sometimes we want to see it. So we'll put a link in the comments how you can contact Trudy so that she can come and do a demo for you and show you how these products actually work. But it is amazing to actually see. And when I saw the car one, I was like, wow, okay. I was already sold on the other ones, but the car one just topped it off for me. And then the same thing with my husband. I got my husband to do it and he was, very skeptical. Oh yes, if that's going to wash that without, because the cars are pretty dirty. And he was very, very surprised and very impressed. And now he's very keen to wash the cars and the floor. So it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, and particularly, although we've had all this rain, particularly when we had such a dry spell in washing your car, you just need half a bucket of water and the
Yep.
glove,
Yep.
and it will clean your car and clean it well. But
Yep.
not only that, it doesn't have residue on the car, so it stays cleaner longer.
Yep.
So all the dirt, just any dust and dirt would just sort of not stick to the car, so it will stay
Yeah.
cleaner a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Amazing products. I was going to say to you, you know, like in terms of what ENJO is about as a company, it's not just about the low tox, like it's also about the environment. They're very big on helping the environment. Hence, you know, you only have to use water and you don't have to use a lot of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're very big on that.
Yeah.
Can you share any more info about that?
Yeah, look, their fibers are totally sustainable, totally recyclable. So what happens is it's made with all natural materials, and it's made so that it does last a long time as well. So as opposed to a lot of other fibers or any kind of product, it will last you at least 3 years. So the sustainability of that is big.
Yeah.
With lasting at least 3 years. But with that is that we send back the fibers to Austria, where they then recycle them into car seats, car
Wow,
seat
I didn't
covers.
know that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So
So what
again,
happens?
it's still we still have that sustainable. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. But also their head office in WA and obviously in Austria, they've made their buildings very sustainable, so that, you know, they've got solar panels and low lighting and no waste.
Yeah,
So
wow.
they only have one small bin for their waste.
Yep.
Otherwise, everything is totally reusable and recyclable.
Yep.
They also think about the packaging on in how they send the products. So there's this minimal waste in the fact that they just use a small box,
Mm-hmm.
no, you know, and using our laundry bag in order to package the fibers.
Yep.
So everything is so reusable, basically.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
yeah. So they think of not just the fiber itself, but
Yep.
how they package it and how they recycle it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. And I think that's something that's really important today, that we, you know, it's all these little things that all add up eventually, you know, to that big picture, and how we can not only look after ourselves, but look after our environment and just keep it going for another thousands and thousands of years for our children.
Mm.
So yeah, really like that. So do you have any events coming up that you might like to share with people who are watching and that might be interested in knowing more?
Yeah, look, I've got a few things coming up just locally to where I live. I live in the Hawkesbury. On the 7th of March, there's a school festival. So if anyone wants to come along and see my display with my products and have a chat, then, you know, pop along on the 7th of March in the afternoon from 12 o'clock. Also, I'll be at the Hawkesbury Show. So I'll be at the Hawkesbury Show in April.
Awesome.
And I am looking to do personal little in groups. I've started an ENJO community hub. So I'm inviting for a morning tea on Saturday the 21st to learn more about ENJO without it being necessarily a demo, but learning about ENJO, how sustainable it is, but also how we can share in all our different experiences and products that we've used that are sustainable
Yeah.
as well. So just more of a low-key roundtable chit-chat kind of
Great.
thing. Yeah.
Awesome. That's excellent. So just to finish up, what would you say in terms of, you know, looking at this and starting because sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming for people to make such a massive change so quickly. What would be your top tip in order just to get started?
Yeah, look, the idea is that you want to be totally chemical free from your house. To start with, obviously 3 main rooms, your bathroom, your kitchen and your flooring. So you could buy a small bundle that targets those 3 areas and then build up, over months or however long you want to take in order to make the full change.
Yeah.
But the 3 main areas are very important to make the change, because they're the areas where you're using the most products,
Yeah.
the most paper towels, the most sprays, and is in the most toxic areas. So if you want to eliminate the most toxic areas that you would use your sprays and other chemicals, those would be your three areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But having a demo is where you get your rewards, and that's where you can get some freebies and reward points in order to get to make it a lot more affordable to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, if you are interested, speak to Trudy, organise a time for her to come and speak to you and to do a demo with you and a few of your friends, and just see it for yourself, because as I said, seeing is believing, and and you can really get some great value and get yourself set up to start making that change in your home with the freebies that come with having a demo.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time tonight. Thank you for sharing about ENJO and yourself and how great it is to become, a chemical-free home. I'm still on that journey, and slowly, I'm eliminating things and changing things. So I love it. It's great. And it really does make a difference in your home and in your health. Absolutely the most important thing.
Yeah.
So yes, I will put the links in the comments below, and we can hopefully chat again soon. Thanks, Trudy.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thanks for having
everyone.
me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.